Doing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Marla Goldberg. Okay, so I'm coming on live to talk to you about a few things. First of all, as always, I want to talk about Guided Spirit Conversations podcast. If you haven't listened to Guided Spirit Conversations podcast, I think you would like it if you did. I have a plethora of varied guests who are just gems in their fields. Last week I had Dr. Paul J. Mills. He's a scientist talking about mystical and metaphysical experiences, not just with him, but from those he interviewed for his latest book. Now, Paul, so he's a scientist, right? Many people, and I started the podcast talking about how my husband, when we were really new in our relationship, and I was trying to explain to him energy, and I wanted to show him how to feel energy, and he shut me down and said, I don't believe in that. If it's not scientific, if it's not replicable, I don't believe it. Well, today he is a believer. And in our conversation from last week, Paul and I talked about that and how there are many scientific people in the scientific community who actually have had metaphysical experiences, mystical experiences when they were children and they were shut down, which got them interested in science or through other experiences in science. Well, this week's guest is just as fascinating. Her name is Shelia Gillette. Now, you know about Ester Hicks, you know Abraham-Hicks. Many of you do. If you don't know, Esther has been channeling Abraham, which is a collective of beings on the other side, to give inspiration, insight, motivation, and education about maneuvering through this world as a human being. Well, Sheila was in a near fatal car accident in 1969. And I'm not sure when in her process of healing, but after that car accident, Sheila started channeling Theo, and it's Theo, and Theo is a collective of the 12 archangels. And they come together, and she is the direct voice of Theo, again, sharing inspiration, education, motivation, and insights from the other side to this side to help you all live the life you're divinely meant to live. Now, you've heard me talk in the past about, we're brought here on this earth as in these human bodies, costumes, as I've heard them called, with things that we need to overcome, that we need to heal from. We've chosen them. We knew that they were going to be a part of our life's experiences prior to being born. But what happens when you're leaving that birth canal, whether it's natural birth or through cesarean, is that all memory is erased of past lives, past abilities, past lessons. So you come in with what you've agreed to, and you don't remember what you've agreed to, but we have challenges. Some are more horrific than others, but we've agreed to them. And so I'm going on this tangent, but it's because we don't know what we don't know, right? And these beings on the other side help to guide us so that we can heal through these challenges, heal through these dysfunctional families or experiences, and come out on the other side being able to live our life with full abundance, with joie de vivre, I think, or joie de vivre. I don't speak French, so I try to say it, but with joy and passion, and to help others, because we go through what we go through so that we can come out the other side and be of service. And it doesn't mean you have to hang up a shingle to be of service, but it's even helping your best friend, being their children, being their knowing that you can give great advice and guidance because you've come out of this dark place, to the brighter side. Well, Sheila, going back to Sheila and her channeling, and Theo does that through her channeling of Theo. And in around 1996, 97, she wrote her first book called The Fifth Dimension, Channels to a New Reality. And it was around that time that she met her current husband, Marcus Gillette, and they started going down the path together. Now, he was on his journey. She was obviously on hers, and they met and made this tremendous connection. And now they're making this tremendous contribution to the world and to us as humans. And so we are going to talk about channeling. What is channeling? How does one become a channel? What does it feel like to channel a being? Do you remember what you're saying? Or in addition to that, we want to talk about her newest book, The Art of Relationship. Discover the Magic of Unconditional Love. And it is magic. To be it, to have it, to receive it, to give it, it's just, they're all gifts. And so we're going to talk about that as well. So I invite you to tune in tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Time on my YouTube channel and my Facebook channel of the same name, God is Fair Conversations. I also stream on in my groups and in Twitter and LinkedIn. I'm making faces because I'm trying to remember all of them. I don't know if you can hear, but I have a little bit of a cold, and so it does affect me. Here's the great news. The show is interactive. So you can send messages. If you're able to watch this live, you can send messages to me and Sheila for Sheila to answer. So you can get your answers. Now, if you're not able to watch the podcast live, guess what? We upload it to all your favorite listening platforms. So you don't have to miss any of the exciting episodes that I have coming up for you and the amazing guests that I have coming to join to give you some insights and information, tips and tools. It's just a carnival of spiritual fun. So I enjoy it. And sorry, my brain is going faster than my mouth. But please join us as we have this amazingly insightful conversation. Also, if you like the show, like it. Click like on whatever platform you're listening on. Subscribe to it so you don't miss one single episode. So I want to thank you for that. Also, I want to say that if you want to know about me, what I do, how I can work with you, how I work with my clients, some of the modalities I use, well, my website is Marla Goldberg, and Goldberg has 2Rs.com, and you can check out myself and how I can work with you and help you in your life's trajectory. In addition, I'm so excited to say that if you're in the Charlotte area, I'm going to be at Alara Spa on the 18th of March as one of their readers during their psychic fair. So if you're in the area and you want a reading, please come in and join me. And to those who are dealing with this weather, okay, the Farmer's Almanac said it's going to be a really bad winter, and it really has been. So we're having more storm warnings across the United States. So for all of you who have a tremendous amount of snow coming down or ice, please be careful. Please put provisions in your car in case something should happen. So back in the day when I lived in Memphis, somebody had suggested you get a coffee can, if they make those anymore. I only see pods and whatever, but if you can find a can of any kind, preferably a larger one, a votive candle or have some extras in your car with you, some matches, a blanket, water, and some snacks. If you get stuck by any chance, you can keep yourself warm and protected in your vehicle without using all your gas. Just crack the windows, light the candle in the can, and it will be like your own homemade heater. You need to crack the windows. The water will help you stay hydrated, and the snacks obviously satiated. If you do travel with your dogs, please bring their bowl. Bring water for them, bring snacks for them, so they too can stay protected and healthy if something should happen in this weather. For those of you who are in heavy rains, please be careful. Remember, do not drive through those big flooded streets because you don't know how deep the water is and you don't know what's under the water. So we want to keep you safe as well. Okay, I'm going to sign off now. Now that I've given my Marla weather report of the day, but I care about you being safe and warm and comfortable. So leaving you, I send you love, blessings, and gratitude. Know how grateful I am that you're in my life in whatever capacity you're in it. For not only are you a student of mine, you are my teacher. Not only am I a teacher for you, I am your student. And I'm going to say these 3 words to you. So if you haven't heard them, let me say them to you. And if you have heard them, well, you know what's coming. And I'm going to say it to you so you have another layer of love. I love you. You are loved. Not just by me, not just by family and friends, but you are loved by so many beings on the other side of the veil who are just waiting for you to reach out to them. Talk to them. Ask them for what you need, want, desire. Ask them for help, guidance, support, whatever it is. And if you speak it out loud, they can hear it even louder. And they can't act unless you ask them to. So please, know that there's no free will in the angelic realm. So you need to ask them so they can start to conspire on your behalf. I will be back to you tomorrow. Stay well, stay safe, stay warm. Know you're loved, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.